Hi everyone, we're wrapping some bales today. We had 99 bales off the second cut of our first field we did this season, so we're very pleased with that really, because some of it was quite light really because it was cut a bit later, but just wrapping those up now. Starting to fill up a little bit with bales. We're up to 640 bales now. Got some more to bale tomorrow. I was going to bale this on Monday, but it dried out nicely, and they were talking about a bit of rain coming through tomorrow, which is Sunday. Baled it on Saturday, just today. So didn't want to risk it getting wet, although like I say there is a little bit still down, but hoping to bale for hay tomorrow. And that's the reason we're sort of wanting to bale that for hay is because we're running out of grass, so we've cut it this bit and that'll keep us going a little bit, so we won't touch anything then that's been wrapped, just some hay to just keep us going for a little bit, and just something to feed to some of the cattle. Most of the cattle are on grass now. There's some cows coming to calve still, there's 4 left to calve. They're on haylage because they're on a bare field anyway, and we're rationing what they eat, so we can do that with silage. We've sort of done that all the way on really. We don't want them eating too much grass, and then not that there is much, but still. But yes, we've rationed them, so we don't want them getting too fat and not being able to have their calves. So notice that most of our stacks are the same size. They're like 4 bales in the bottom, then 3, then 2. That's because of the covers we use to cover them up to stop the birds landing on them. The stack I'm doing now, that is 6, 5 and 4, so cause we've got a couple of bigger covers, so we can make the stack a little bit bigger. camera set up in the other tractor. It's a wireless camera, and what it does is it points at the dashboard of the other tractor so that I can keep an eye on the temperature gauge. So I always worry that if the fan belt broke or something, you wouldn't know until it was too late. So we've got this little camera set up, so it points, as I say, points at the dashboard, and I can keep an eye on the temperature gauge. This is going alright. It's one of my favourite jobs, really, the wrapping. I just like doing it. The only trouble is it's always sort of the last job of the day. By the time we do the baling, then carry the bales in and then wrap them, it's late. It's not too bad. It's 8 o'clock now, but should all be done and packed up by 9. Grain harvest not far away now. Carries on dry like this, probably mid-July, easily be right by then, I would have thought. Still using the clear wrap. Not many people seem to use it really. I'm not sure why it's not caught on, but we really like it, and it's, well, absolutely no different than any other wrap. And we sell a bit of haylage for horses, and that's why we sort of started using it in the first place. And seeing to see if there's any mould then inside the wrap if you're delivering them with the wrap on. I'll get out in a minute and I'll show you the wrap actually close up on the bales. Visibility on these tractors is excellent, really. The view you've got there where I've got the camera now is pretty much the same view that I've got where I'm sat in the seat. does make driving it a lot easier, and it's just nice to be able to see really. When I'm wrapping, I like to drop the bales on like I just have, and then pick up the bale and just be able to drive off without having to shunt. I hate having to, I know you can't always do it, but I always set it up here just so that I can, as I say, pick the bale up, drive straight to the stack with it, instead of having to pick the bale up, then reverse back and then drive to the stack. It just makes it so much easier. I know you can't always set up in places like that, but I just make sure how we set it up here. That's how I always do it. It just makes it, as I say, much more simple. I'll just show you the wrap a minute. Here's today's bales. So you can sort of see there's the start of the wrap there from where it tucked it in. I'll show you these are bales that were done. They're sweating a bit with the sun, but that's some of the first stuff we made. This is the first stuff we made, and yeah, it looks alright. Like I say, the clear wrap works a treat really. It's no different than any other. It's just you can see through it, and we just really like it, and yeah, it's good.